Hi everyone, it's Jennifer from Yellow Brick Road Farm, and I'm out here in the garden, and it looks really lush and beautiful, but it is really dry. You hear Piper, she's getting ready to go to a horse show. She's all over there in her finery. I don't know if you can see her, but she's out there in her blue fly sheet, and she looks just snazzy. I said she looks like the zebra off of Racing Stripes. We were laughing. Anyway, I just went and got the eggs in, and lots of beautiful eggs, and we've been on the go. I'm gonna set those down though. I've been known to drop the whole thing. So we've been on the go all day, and just got home, and have just been taking, making sure all the littles are okay. We have turkeys in the brooder right now. We have baby laying hens, small laying hens that are about 6 weeks old or whatever, running all around. So I always try to get a head count on those, make sure they're good. We have 2 sets of chicks with their mamas, so like to make sure that no one got lost during the day or separated or anything like that. Yeah, and right now, and just trying to keep the tabs on everybody here. And I've been with my grandson all day, and we've been to the library, and I was able to get, he wanted some books for summer reading, and so that was great. We were able to do that and sign up for the summer reading program, and which is always a nice thing to do. For the summer, the kids love to accomplish, those little reading milestones and everything like that. So anyway. But I'm back here in the garden. I can't wait to get back home and get back in the dirt. I've got some transplants of basil back here, and some geraniums that my friend at the garden center marked down to $1 each. So that was fabulous, because I planted my basil twice, didn't take. So I'm not sure what happened. I did have a problem with ants this year because it was so dry. And I read somewhere that Nova Scotia is just one big anthill, and I felt that. So anyway, I've been using just natural sort of remedies to try to keep the ants at bay and to try to keep it really moist. It looks dry right now, but we did have rain last night, and it was somewhat damp, really damp this morning. So she's raring to go. So then we have back here we have onions are doing beautifully. Nice bed of onions there, nice bed of summer turnips, spring turnips. Carrots were a little slow. My second planting of carrots almost caught up to my first, and it was actually my second and my third, because I have some in the cold frame which are ready now, which we're eating. But I'm waiting on this bed, which was my second bed, which I had hoped would be, a really good, fast producing bed, given spring and the rain and, and everything like that. But it has been just so slow. So then we have kale, we have beets here, nice big bed of beets. Then we have a huge row of garlic, probably about 120 cloves of garlic planted there, and I can honestly tell you that my stalks are really big. They look really good, as do my peas now that are catching up. They're about knee high, but I will show you the stalks. I don't know if you can see, but the stalks on this garlic is amazing. So, and it was a hard year for garlic, because I don't know if you can see that good, but anyway, take my word for it. It's really nice. It was a hard year for garlic because we didn't get a deep freeze here in Zone 6B. We just had sort of a mild winter, really mild winter. We only had snow twice, really. So the garlic didn't get a deep freeze, and with the drought in the spring, it didn't look good. A lot of the tops were brown. I was whoa, really worried. But I think that, that section there is really well drained. It's really fertile soil, and I think that really held in a lot of moisture. So we were able to save that. Looks really good now. Like I mentioned, everything's great. We're about a month and a half out from harvesting that. Usually around the end of July, I do that. Asparagus is pretty much, we're getting a good lot of asparagus every few days or so, which is great. That's going to be coming to an end though soon. Shallots, potatoes, So we've got Norlands here, and we're about probably 3 weeks out from harvesting the Norlands. We also have fingerlings in here, and I'm excited about those. The Savoy cabbage are doing really well. The other cabbages, yeah, have fallen prey to a chicken that is in here, and I've had to cover them over to try to save them. Not sure that's going to work. But anyway, you win some, you lose some in the garden. I don't always plan to get everything. I did put the domes over. We have borage here as well. Lots of pollinators. I've got giant marigolds growing. I've got lots of pollinators growing. So in giant sunflowers up here. That whole bed up there is nothing but sunflowers. It's great. And that is going to be another cold frame, but I'm going to use it for a raised bed and maybe some warmer weather crops that like a little more heat this summer. So I'm going to try to get some of those in shortly. Carrots, beans, these are like third plantings, fourth plantings of those, carrots in that case. Squash, just got that in the ground. I mean, we just literally have come out of the second week of June with being able to put things outside. We really struggle with that here. We always get that late frost. It's just really cool. We're a cool, windy, damp island, and it just, it makes it challenging for getting those warm weather crops out in time to get a harvest. Our window is very short between when we get those out and then our first frost and hurricane season, the second week of September, October, second week of September, third week, basically. In there, we usually, that's all we have. So we really try hard to get as much as we can in that time. Broccoli rabe, doing well. We have some fingerling potatoes, some more. I like to hedge my bets. I plant potatoes in a couple different spots just to make sure. Lots of beets coming on for that second planting, red onions, more turnips, second planting of turnips, carrots. Lettuce did amazing this year. Like, this lettuce was like beautiful this year. It is a 4-season lettuce from Yonder Hill, I believe it was, and it has performed beautifully. It's done well in the cold frame. It's done well outside. Can't complain about that at all. We've got some celery doing well. We've got another planting of carrots, zucchini, summer squash, sweet potato, corn, cucumbers over that side. And then in this hoop house here is all indeterminate tomatoes. Sorry, so we have quite a few tomatoes in there, and I have them staked up with a string, you'll see, and I was just able to get those out. But I do have quite a few already really doing well in my greenhouse. So this is my first year growing with a greenhouse. I've always used a temporary hoop house, so we'll see how we make out with that. I'm already loving it for the seed starting and for really just being able to get that head start on those tomatoes. So for the greenhouse, we used polycarbonate panels, the good ones that won't turn yellow and brittle and break. So it's not plastic, it's actually polycarbonate, and we used hemlock on the design because it's really slow to rot, really good. So as you can see in here, it's Tomato City. So really nice looking stalks on these tomatoes, really beautiful. I don't know if you can see them there. Oh, let me see if I can get them in there. Yeah, so nice thick stalks. I've been pruning ruthlessly, which is what you have to do with tomatoes. It's not always easy. I do need to get in here and do some more, and I also need to stake these indeterminate varieties back here. They're getting up to the chicken wire, so I'm going to be able to tie those to the chicken wire and provide some support. Some more determinate tomatoes there, some Scotia variety. What's that? Strawberries. I have a little basket of strawberries there, and peppers, which were late going in because I lost my other ones. I also have a planting of carrots in here, and I've got to get in here and water because I usually water in the mornings, and this morning it just got away from me. So I need to get in here and water. I'll do that. Yeah, and of course kale, lots of kale. I plant lots of kale, not for us, necessarily, although I do freeze it all winter and put it into soups and stews. And I do that with my spinach as well. But we, of course, love eating fresh spinach. But I find that blanching it for 2 minutes, freezing it into little like circles and little, I don't want to say globs. What do I want to say? Little circular, you know, package, almost 1 cup servings. I can throw those into soups and stews all winter, and you know, sort of hide those very, very well into our diet, because I'm not a kale lover, and neither is my family as much. But I do also grow it for the livestock. My sheep love it, my rabbits love it, everybody loves it. So they get the you know, and also the chickens. So you know, that's fabulous. So lots of dill popping up. I have dill, sweet peas, cut flowers, sweet peas growing there. Also along this whole back fence here is giant marigolds and zinnias. I also have zinnias lining each path, as well as giant marigolds lining each path. Lots of pollinators. So I'm always, you know, looking to stick those everywhere I can. Over here we have honeysuckle growing. I had a grapevine, but it just did not seem to be doing well at all. Here I tried to move it. I don't know if it's going to make it. Anyway, we have raspberries the whole way down, trying to really get a nice set of raspberries going there. Oh, and there's my little cowgirl. Where is she? Where is she? Here she comes. There. Have a good show. What? Have a good show. Not going now? Anyway, so well, we're gonna get started and get ready and get the horse loaded on and everything like that. So anyway, you guys, I hope you have a great weekend. It's not too late to plant, so if you can, get out and plant some of those warmer weather crops that really like that heat. Stick with your you know, your storage varieties and stuff. You're gonna plant late July and get those in the ground then. But otherwise, yeah, just you know, and if you're tired and need to skip a year, it's been a hard last month here for us with the wildfires and everything, and I know people are tired, so just line up a producer, and if you need to skip a year, you skip a year, right? It's hard with food costs the way they are, but let's hope that we can all pull through this together and share our extra produce with each other, and you know, be able to you know, those stars align. It's nice because it usually doesn't look always like, you know, it doesn't always come out as good as it should, right? And but this year I feel like, you know, this has turned out well, because I didn't really expect much with that dry weather. So I'm really pleased. So I'm definitely going to share that bounty with my family and friends, and I hope you do too. Anyway, take care everyone.